So what is going on, guys? Today we are doing my first video on how to kill superheroes, and today we are starting it off with one of the most powerful superheroes, the Incredible Hulk. So the easiest way to kill the Hulk is to wait till he is in his human form as Bruce Banner. This recently happened in Civil War II, where Hawkeye shot Bruce Banner with an arrow, but for the purpose of this video we are going to pretend that we are not lucky enough to stumble across the Hulk's alter ego, Bruce Banner. Instead, we are going to put ourselves in the worst case scenario, and we're going to assume that he is already transformed into the Incredible Hulk. Now, the fact that Banner is so vulnerable does give us an option on how to kill the Hulk. If there were a way to force the Hulk to transform back into Banner, then the battle becomes easily winnable. Well, in the Incredible Hulk 250, we saw the Silver Surfer use the power of Cosmic to stop the gamma radiation from Hulk's cells to make him transform back into Banner, and so we know that it's possible to transform Hulk back into Banner if one possesses something as powerful as the power of Cosmic. Now to the conclusion to the World War Hulk storyline and World War Hulk number 5, we also see another example of Hulk being forced back into Banner when Tony Stark uses a Systema satellite that he developed to siphon the gamma radiation from the Hulk's cells and take him from the World Breaker form all the way back to his human form, Bruce Banner, and render him unconscious in the process. So we see from these two examples that it is possible to neutralize the gamma radiation in the Hulk cells and force him to transform back into Banner. This is the method that you would use if you wanted to eliminate the Hulk. However, let's make this more interesting and let's assume that we did not have access to any means to get Hulk back to Banner and have to face him in his Hulk form. So the question comes, what makes the Hulk hard to kill? Well, as we stated earlier, the Hulk is one of the strongest heroes in the Marvel Universe. Due to his exposure to gamma radiation, his cells have been altered in such a way that allows him to become increasingly stronger the angrier he gets. Furthermore, it has been established that it seems that there is no upper limit to just how strong the Hulk can become. Now, just to give you an idea on how strong the Hulk is, he held a mountain weighing 150 billion tons in Secret Wars issue 4. In the Planet Hulk storyline, he was able to prevent a planet from exploding by holding its tectonic plates together, and so strength of this magnitude presents an obvious problem when trying to kill the Hulk, as it makes him nearly impossible to defeat in battle. Now, throughout his 50 plus years history, the Hulk has battled some of the 7 strongest characters in the Marvel Comics, and has emerged victorious in the vast majority of these contests, not just through his unparalleled strength, but his light level durability and his regenerative healing factor. Here are some examples of the Hulk durabilities. He has twice survived the blast from a gamma bomb in the Incredible Hulk number 144, and has survived a blast of a nuclear bomb in the Incredible Hulk number 440, and during an attack from the Human Torch hitting him at full force with a supernova level, the Hulk walked away without a scratch in Fantastic Four number 534. Just to clarify, Johnny Storm blasted him with energy equivalent to the temperature of an exploding sun, and it did not damage the Hulk. Now, there are also several moments where Hulk's extreme healing factor is put on display, and we'll run over just a few of those here, so you can get an idea of just how ludicrously fast he can heal during an encounter with a villain called Vector. Hulk actually has all of his skin and muscle tissue melted off his body and was able to regenerate all of it in a matter of moments in the Incredible Hulk number 398. During a future imperfect event written by Peter David, the Hulk battles an evil future version of himself known as Maestro. Now during this battle, Maestro manages to break the Hulk's neck. However, not only does the Hulk not die, but he heals completely within a few days. So while exactly how fast the Hulk can heal does vary a bit on who is writing the story, but what we can definitely say is that the Hulk is able to heal from almost any physical injury and incredibly quickly. So yeah, it's not hard to why killing the Hulk is a task, and would it be at the very least extremely difficult and perhaps even impossible. So is it possible to kill the Hulk? Well, to get our answer, we'll have to look at the comic and see if it has ever happened. So as I can tell, there's only been 3 instances where the Hulk has died in Marvel Comics. The first of these happens in the Incredible Hulk number 444 and the tie-on saga to the X-Men Onslaught saga, written by Peter David. And what happens here is that Cable and Storm team up to take on the Hulk, with Cable hitting the Hulk with a telepathic jolt, while Storm zaps his brain with lightning. Now, while the intention here was to reboot the Hulk's brain and to free it from the Onslaught's control, it actually ends up killing him. However, Storm resurrects the Hulk with an electrical pulse into his heart. Now, the other 2 times the Hulk has died are actually somewhat controversial, as they aren't the mainline version of the Incredible Hulk. For instance, to the conclusion to the Future Perfect storyline, the Maestro, again the future version of the Hulk, is transported back in time to the moment when Bruce Banner was originally transformed into the Hulk by the explosion of the Gamma Bomb, and Maestro is killed in the blast. But since it's an ultimate version of the Hulk, and since the mainline Hulk has survived Gamma Bomb's explosions on more than one occasion, this does not seem like a plausible way to kill him. Finally, we have another version of the Hulk dying during the Old Man Logan storyline, written by Mark Miller. In this storyline, the Hulk has become a supervillain that rules his own section of the country on the West Coast, and how we see the Hulk die in this story is that he literally eats Wolverine, but Wolverine is able to regenerate inside the Hulk's stomach and disembowels him from the inside out. So yeah, this is extremely gross, but it's actually pretty awesome. Once again, this is not in the mainline continuity, but this version of the Hulk does seem to be on a power level similar to the Hulk on the Earth 616. So it's not outside the realm of possibility, but this could be a viable way to kill the Hulk. And in addition to these instances, there are a couple of examples of times the Hulk has been defeated in battle but not killed. I want to draw your attention to one of these instances because from it we can actually see a way for the Hulk to be killed. The event that I'm referring to happens in the Fantastic Four number 166, where the Hulk battles the entire Fantastic Four team. A particular interest to us is Susan Storm, because in this issue she uses her powers to create force fields to completely encapsulate the Hulk's head. Doing this cuts off his airflow. Now this is instrumental, allowing the Fantastic Four to defeat the Hulk, and it stands to reason that if the Hulk needs to breathe to survive, which just seems to indicate, then Susan Storm could have killed him by continuing to cut off his air supply. And so with that in mind, it's pretty clear that there are a few scenarios that would actually result in Hulk being killed, and probably fewer with the Hulk's death being permanent due to his extreme power healing factor. And so I think your best bet is to find some way to power him down to his human form and take him out from there. But if you guys can think of anything that I missed, make sure to comment below. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe for new weekly videos, and have a great day.